before I started like vining, after I started vining, I applied to college, and I was like ready to go to college.
Right.
I applied to Mizzou. It's in Missouri, and it was
What's that like? Is that like a big party school?
Yeah, it was like a popular like choice for kids here, and I was ready to go because I didn't care for college. I didn't care. I didn't care to visit a college. I was just gonna do what everybody else liked.
Right.
So I'm like, I saw like a lot of people like Mizzou, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll sign up, and I will go there. Like I won't even visit. I'll just have my backpacks and I'll show up and I'll just fucking do this shit. I didn't care. So I got accepted. Everything was ready to go, and then my friend Iyla, who's a dumbass, didn't get accepted to Mizzou, and it was like a really easy school to get accepted to. And so I'm just like, Ilya's my friend, so I can't go to Mizzou. So I pulled out of Mizzou.
Wow.
So I wasn't going to Mizzou anymore. And then we decided to go to ISU, which was
around here?
Which was right around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we went to ISU.
What kind of grades did you get in high school?
A's and B's. I got a C once.
Oh, you did good.
Yeah.
What'd you get in SAT?
I didn't take the SAT.
How'd you get into college?
ACT. It's in the
ACT.
Midwest.
Oh, what'd you get in the ACT?
You probably won't even know.
Oh, it's a different score
I
entirely?
think I got like 28.
Oh, that's a different score entirely. Wait a minute. You're saying in the Midwest they don't take SATs?
No.
Really?
Unless you're applying to get into like West Coast schools, then
Or East Coast schools.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
That.
Midwest,
okay.
yeah.
Keep going.
SAT wasn't a thing, but yeah. So we applied to go to ISU, which was another college. We picked out our roommate. We picked out our dorm room, and then we went to go drive down there. It was like a 3-hour drive there, and like we got there. I mean, the second we pulled up, we just started laughing, and we're just like, "What the fuck are we doing?
Wow!
Like, why are we doing this? Like, we felt like we were. I don't think above the college system is the right word, but like. It just wasn't for us at all. Like, and it was.
Why not?
Because it was just so. We didn't care for school. We didn't care to do anything. He wanted to start his own business, and I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do. You know.
What did you want to do at that point?
Well, I was already vining, so I knew that Vine was like a ticket to something.
You were
that
gonna do something like that.
Yeah, like I knew that it was like the $1 million ticket to a career in entertainment, at least for the next couple of years. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so far it has been, which is fucking incredible. I love Vine. I shout out to Vine.
Vine 2.
Vine 2's coming back. Yeah, but we just fucking started cracking up. And we're just like, fuck this, we're not doing it. And we pulled out last minute again, ditched out our roommate that we already had there. So our roommate had to find a new 2 other roommates to share a room with, like the last minute. So then we just decided, fuck it, we're going to community college. And first day we pull up to community college, we're just like, what the fuck is this? Because I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to a community college, but especially out here, it's scary. You know what I mean? It's like,
why is it scary?
It's just like you can tell a lot of the kids are going there that just don't give a fuck about a lot of things.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't. There's a lot of kids there that really want to get an education,
sure,
and that just can't afford like regular college.
Right.
But there's also a lot of kids there that are just like, I don't give a fuck. But like in a way where they're like, I'd rather just be smoking. I don't want to make this like
yeah. How much is
like 5 kids in every classroom of 30 students, but it was enough where you would be like, ah, shit, this is kind of scary.
How much did community college cost?
I think it was like $2,000 for the semester.
That's it.
Yeah, so
$4,000 for the year.
Yeah, it's real. Wow. It's probably like $6,000 for the year with all the classes. It's really cheap. It's the smartest move to do if you're like running low on money, or just obviously don't have that much money. But yeah. So that was that. So we were just like, this is fucking so stupid, because it was worse than ISU. So the next day, actually the first day we had our classes, we had our first class at like 10 in the morning.
Right.
And we got out of there. It was like noon, and we were just like, there's no fucking way we can do that. Like we were like just yelling at each other. Like we just sat in the car at the parking lot. We were just like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? We just started screaming, and we're like, no, fuck this. So we drove back down to ISU, which was 3 hours away, and we went to go talk to like one of like the deans there, or like one of like the head people there, and we tried to get a meeting with him to get back into the school. And after spending we even went, and like before we had the meeting, we went to the gift shop and we bought a bunch of ISU gear, so we looked like we really loved the school. And we put that on. We got into the meeting. We were dressed up in ISU stuff. And he like the dean guy or whatever, the head of admissions, goes and talks to like the other people in the back or whatever, and it's just a no-go, and they can't let us back in. And
why not?
Because it was too late. It was like school already started a week ago.
Right.
So we just thought maybe we can get in late on classes, but it didn't work. And it was just like, yeah, sorry, we can't do anything. So we just continued doing CLC, and then at the same time, after the first semester, we dropped out.
At the same time.
Yeah, we just dropped out.
What was he gonna go do?
He took over his dad's business. So his dad's like pretty foreign, so it's easier for Iyla to run the business than his dad. Like his dad works for Iyla now.
Oh,
like
really?
It just flopped. Yeah, because Iyla can just, I think, take care of it better. But yeah, no, and I remember, I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but my last final in class, I got caught cheating. And like on my final, like I had my phone out and I was texting my friend. I was actually giving him answers.
Right.
But luckily, the teacher came over to me and she's like, give me your phone. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I wasn't cheating. She knew like I was a Viner.
Right.
So I'm like, I was just taking care of work. I was just doing work stuff. I was just figuring something out. I'm not cheating at all. I don't know what I said. I probably said something a lot smarter than that. But yeah. And then she's like, okay, fine. And I finished my test, and I don't even know what grades I got in college because it just didn't fucking matter.
Wow,
it's ridiculous, isn't it? Isn't that crazy? Like how much pressure I had on me in college, and like even in high school, I didn't stress out a lot in school because I was just not that type of kid. Like I knew everything would get done, but like even like the little stresses of like taking a test or like just getting a project done last minute, like it was so irrelevant to the rest of my life.
I think it's good you knew you didn't want to do that. I think that's impressive. I think most people would have gone 4 years.
Yeah,
and been like, oh fuck, why did I do that?
And most people are doing it. Like my friend, my really good friend John, he's been wanting to be a doctor since he's been like 10 years old. And
is that what he's doing?
I mean, now he's like almost starting to change his mind because because John's about to finish college, right, in like a year, and then he has to take 8 more years of school. Which is fucking nuts. He'll be done when he's 30 years old, and he'll be what, at $100,000 income. I guess I don't think being a doctor is about the money at all, in my opinion.
No, it's. I don't think it is at all. Either.
And a lot of people here in the Midwest. I don't want to speak on behalf of everybody, but I know a lot of people, at least in my school, thought that being a doctor is this prestigious thing. But I think it's backwards. I don't think people know how much money is out there.
That's
like,
pain in the ass.
I don't think people here in the suburbs know like how much you can make by just going out and doing your own thing, like just figuring it out yourself.
Yeah, well, you got real lucky.
Yes, I got lucky, but like, dude, like even like Iyla, like all you have to do is just fucking.
He picked up his dad's business. It was already in place for him.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying Iyla is like not a talented guy. I think he is, and he's really smart. But like it's not always that easy to make your own road.
I know, but I think it's easier than spending 12 years of your life after high school going to school to get $100,000, income. Like I feel like if you move out to New York and you hustle every day and you don't even make friends, you just go from workplace to workplace to like try to figure something out or something that you're passionate about. I think that's so much easier and so much more productive.
Yeah.
Like everyone's doing college. Like I just don't think that's a way to stand out. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to be a doctor to help people, then fuck yeah, go be a doctor. But I feel like John especially John wanted to be a doctor to help people. Like he understood that it wasn't like the biggest income.
And now he doesn't want to anymore.
Yeah, now he's kind of just like, it's so much school, and like he's seeing like what Iyla is doing and what I'm doing, and he's just like getting impatient. Like it's just like
all that school is frustrating.
And it's not even I'm not even saying it's a waste of time. It's okay. I hate saying it's a waste of time because I'm actually like a pretty like positive guy when it comes to college. Like I think most people should go to college, but I think there's some people that are like exceptions in that like if they actually have a drive to do something else, they shouldn't. I know that kind of goes back on what I was just saying.
Don't you feel like you missed out on something though?
No, not fucking at all. What did I miss out on? Partying? Like I can do that now. I go down to USC once a month and it's a fucking good time for 3 hours. But I didn't miss out on anything. Like my biggest fear in college was I knew that like I'm pretty good at making friends. So like I know like the first people I'll be introduced to will be my friends.
Right.
So whether it's the druggies or whether it's like the cool kids or whether it's like the nerds, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like whoever it is,
right.
Like those guys will be my friends. And I was always so scared about college. I'm like, fuck, like
I think you're gonna pick up all these people.
Like what if I'm friends all of a sudden with these guys who just like abusing drugs or like drinking a lot, and like that just becomes my life.
Right.
And I was so scared of that, and that's why I'm so happy that I did this whole social media thing, because I found like people that like like doing what I do, which I guess is what college is for, is finding like-minded individuals, right?
Right.
And like finding people that do the same stuff as you. I don't know.
It's sort of like college, what we're going through.
Yeah, I don't think college is a bad idea.
What you're going through, not for me, obviously, but with all your friends of your age.
I don't think college is a bad idea for people. I don't really know what point I was trying to get at from here, but I feel like I was just kind of circling around one point. But what I was trying to say is, it's not only like, is it a waste of time to some people, but it's the biggest thing that like hits me the most is it's a waste of money.